Hello there and welcome to a Mystic Brick. Today I'm going to be building another dice tower, and I have structured the theme of this one around the Dreamz line since I recently picked up one of those sets. So this is the Neverwitch dice tower. Let's get into it. So I'm starting here on a 16 by 16 little base plate, and you can see I've done a lot of the foundational work here just to get going. This time I am not using a spiral staircase as I usually have. I just didn't find the right color for this. So instead I'm using sloping bricks to help the dice roll, as I did with the GM dice tower. And I'm going to continue now by just putting down some sand, blue, and dark stone gray masonry bricks and mixing some 1x2 blocks in there as well. I'm also using some rounded studs and 1x1 little plates to create that weathered look on the exterior of the tower, as I've done before. You can see I have the basic roots in place now for the tree that I'm going to build later, and yeah, just continuing to build on up. You know, I want to say that in order to get the dice to roll properly, you really cannot afford more than just one stud's worth of space for them to roll down. So I actually end up adjusting this a little bit and adding in 2x3 sloping pieces as opposed to the 2x2s that I have in here, which sort of just elongates the steps a little bit and allows for the dice to roll better. You can see I put some windows in here now, and I'm gonna put some archwork in there too for the dice to roll out of. And before we get going too much further, I want to lay down some of the tile work. I also find that this helps the dice to roll a bit better as opposed to just rolling over open studs. Gonna put in a little balcony here, and that's where our dice will roll down through. Wanted to add some sills to those windows to just make them pop a little bit more. You can see the artwork I'm putting over that door there. I think I would have used dark stone gray, but I just didn't have any of those pieces, and ultimately the reddish brown works just fine. Okay, now we're at the top of the tower, and you can see I've put some plate work down here, and I'm just gonna now build a little section which the witch's hut from that set will sit on top of. I'm taking that hut right out of the set. Essentially, I made some minor adjustments to the roof, but I thought this was pretty cool, and I like the way the chimney design works here, and I'm just gonna pop that right on top of the tower. But yeah, you can see it opens up and it's got some of her witchy things inside there. I'm not sure how those stay on the shelves when they're tilted inside, but hey, magic, you know? Anyway, yeah, on the roof you can see I've put some different pieces as opposed to those colored tiles that came with this set. I've instead put some foliage pieces in the bright pink there and lavender, and I'm going to put some mushrooms on there at the end as well. And now I'm just going to continue to decorate the tower in ways that I think make it pop, adding that cauldron on top there. I think that's a cool cauldron. And then some skeletons in the webs that also came with that set, as you can see here. Pretty cool. Put an eye over the front archway there, which I thought was a fun touch. And now I'm just gonna build up the rest of that tree using these black Technic pieces, and then the 1x1 bricks with knobs, so I can add the tails and elephant trunks on there for the branches. Some nose cones too for the upper portions. I think we're looking good, so let's start to work on our branches. And yeah, I'm just keeping the palette of the Dreamz line and I think what was built into the set originally. So yeah, some fun colors here that are really vibrant and fantasy-like. Ultimately, this tree is quite sturdy, so yeah, happy with the way that it turned out. And then yeah, I put down some of the transparent medium violet with opalescent plant leaves, and then also transparent bright violet with opalescence. Those would be the little mushroom caps and the nose cones. All colors that I think work quite well for this little dice tower. So we are completed with the build, and let's go take a closer look. Quite happy with the way the whole thing turned out, and you know, I really enjoy building these dice towers. I think I'll definitely build some more in the future. But yeah, you can see I added some little critters in here too, some spiders, and those little moths, the black and white moths or butterflies, not sure which. And there's our Neverwitch looking pretty fierce as well. Really dig that minifigure actually, and the way they've designed it. I've done nothing to it, it's just straight out of the set itself. And also those cool ravens that come with many of the Dreamz sets. This set, by the way, is the 71478 set, the Neverwitch's Midnight Raven. But I would love to hear in the comments from any of you any other dice towers that you might like to see. So please let me know. Again, here's just a look at how that hut opens up. You can see she's got a little crystal and some weird plant in there as well. Cool stuff. And here is just a quick look at how the dice roll. I'm very happy with that. They roll very well indeed. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.